Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another midnight crafty time here at midnight, midweek, midweek crafty night here at Mommy Guide Inc. Here with me, Mommy Lala, and my crafty friends for tonight, Ayien, Tracy, and Susan. Hopefully, B, if she can make it. All right, so tonight we're gonna be focusing on creative color play. So what does that mean? Um, Mommy Lala, okay, is actually afraid of colors. For someone who likes to create stuff, okay, just like you and me, okay, color is something that I am fearsome a little bit, or I'm not comfortable with. Okay, so why have a night like creative color play then if I'm not comfortable with it? Because I want to improve myself. As my crafty friends would often um, make joke about it, that I should learn how to love watercolor or acrylic painting, or basically painting in general, because it's something that I'm not comfortable with. And so that's why for tonight, maybe there are also several of you who, like me, also have an issue or is not so comfortable with dealing with the topic of color. But again, as creatives, we know that color plays a very important role of in making or coming up with great or really nice looking projects. All right, so good evening, uh, good evening, Scrap Stash. Good evening, Judy. Good evening, Miss Judy. Color combination is my weakness as well. Nako. All right, so let's learn together, Miss Judy. All right, Miss B. Hi, Miss B? Are you coming in tonight? All right. So with that, okay, so let's start. Okay. So if my daughter is watching, can you tell my daughter it's time to monitor? All right, because I can't see her. Anyway, so the topic is about color play. So for us to be able to really enjoy dealing with colors, we really cannot go away with learning the basics of color theory, so to speak. All right. So, with that, so we have to introduce this concept of the color wheel. So, when since we were like in elementary school or in preschool, right? The very first thing or concept that was taught to us was about colors, right? But then, how do you really make use of them? That's the thing that we want to learn tonight. So let's start off revisiting, our color wheel. Okay. The thing is, I wanted to actually do this using an actual color wheel, which I actually have. Not just one, I have like several of them. But for some weird reason, I can't even find even one. All right? So, therefore, what we're gonna be doing right now is we're gonna make use of technology. Anyways, nowadays, it's hard to actually bring, a physical color wheel with you, right? So, most of us have phones or whatever gadgets you have that you can bring along. So, this is actually a little bit more convenient. So, before I actually show you how this is done digitally, let's go through the basics first. All right. Okay, so this one that you can see on the screen it is a color wheel from Canva. All right, so you can actually go to canva.com. Again, this stream is not sponsored, but I find that the color wheel and the way they presented the color wheel in Canva is very easy. So, we want to spend more of our time creating rather than actually studying and understanding these things, right? So first and foremost, we need to know, okay, some of the basics about colors. All right. So before we go to the color combinations, let's start with the primary, secondary, and tertiary colors. All right. So what are your primary colors? Okay. So what we're going to talk about tonight is the RYB. Okay. Not the RGB. Okay. So we're going to talk about colors that we can actually mix, like paints, because that's the one as creatives and as crafters, and especially paper crafters, that we actually use most of the time. Because the RGB is more for online or digital color concepts, right? But they're very similar. But for tonight, we're just gonna focus on RYB. So basic or the primary colors are your red, yellow, and blue. Okay, so medyo easy enough, right? I know you can still understand. Red, yellow, and blue. So can I. All right. So from there, okay, so from these three colors, we can actually create more colors. All right. So thus the formation of your secondary colors. Okay. So secondary colors is a result of mixing, okay, your primary colors. Okay. So what are your secondary colors? Okay, you have purple. What else? Can you comment down below what are your secondary colors? All right. Do you have your? Okay, nobody's answering. It's purple, orange, and green. Okay, so purple is a combination of red and blue. Orange is red and yellow, and green is yellow and blue. All right. And then, of course, you have your tertiary colors. Okay. So, what do the tertiary? How do you make the tertiary colors? It's a combination now, okay, of your primary and your secondary. Okay, so you have red orange, yellow green, blue green, okay, blue violet, blue green, and red violet. All right. So from these three colors, now we can make different combinations. So dito na tayo mas interested. Okay? So, complementary colors are if you have a color wheel. Okay, they are the colors that are opposite each other. So, if you can see the color on the screen, so you have yung parang naka-highlight the red. So, immediately under it, okay, is that kind of blue. Okay, so thus these colors are said to be complementary colors. All right. So, can you guys hear the background music? Okay, not the clap. Yeah, that one. Okay, finally I can hear it. All right. So, from the complementary colors, okay, so these two colors, therefore, if you have a color wheel, if you want to come up with a layout or an output that say, oh, I have only these colors, what can I come up with that's a good combination? So there, you can always go for complementary colors. But most of the time, I don't use this one because it's kind of hard. All right. I don't feel that I can actually really get them to match. Okay. This next color combination is actually more my go-to. Okay, when I actually make my compositions or my layouts, whether it be a scrapbook or a card, because it's easy. It's monochromatic. So when you say monochromatic, it's actually the same hue, meaning the base color is the same. It's just that it becomes either subtler in color or more strong in color based on, okay, so if you add more black, then it becomes darker. Okay, if you add more white, then it becomes less strong, or that become, okay, that is what we call your tint. Okay, and your, hold on, your shade, your tint, and your tone. Okay, so your shade is the one where you have like a darker shade. Okay, so look at this one, the one that's highlighted. Okay, so it's like orange, and then a lighter one, and a very tinge, okay, a light one. Okay, so this first one is what we call your shade, and then this is your tint, a little bit lighter, and then a combination of black and white, and the actual hue gives you your tone. All right, so the easiest for me, okay, to work with is the monochromatic color scheme. Another one that I actually like doing is analogous. Okay, so these are three colors that are beside each other in the color wheel or on the color wheel. All right. So again, it is actually easier for me. Nope po. What is nope po? What is Sammy saying? Oh, okay. Hold on. Uh, Hi, Miss Rochelle. Good evening po. Oh, Miss B is sick. Oh, I hope you get well soon, Miss B. Oh, hi, Sis Ayien. See you in a while. And Sam says Snoop po. What is Snoop, anak? Anyways, so going back. Okay, so analogous colors are those that are beside each other in the color wheel, like this one, right? So that's the blue, and then this kind of blue, and then until it goes to like, or you can combine this one, the yellow, this orange, and this red, or this purple, and so on and so forth. That's analogous, okay? And then another combination that you can actually use is what we call triadic. All right. So triadic, three colors that are evenly spaced on the color wheel. All right. So if you have a color wheel, let's say this one. So you chose, let's say, this kind of red. Okay, so you count 1, 2, 3. On the fourth one, okay, so that's the blue. And then another 4, 1, 2, 3, and this green. So this three, okay, will go nice together in a layout or a card or a product output. Okay, another one is tetradic. All right, so these things I cannot actually, use without the use of a color wheel. I cannot like imagine. Okay, and then tetradic, it's four colors that are evenly spaced on the color wheel. Okay, so for example, this one. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, then purple, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this blue, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this green. So these four colors actually together really are very nice. So if you are fond of Gina K's color, they actually look similar, right? The color palette of Gina K is somehow like this, tetradic. All right. And then you have your warm and cool colors. All right. So your warm colors are normally red through yellow, and then because they normally says it brings warmth. Okay, and then cool colors are the colors from blue to green and purple. All right. Okay. So basically that's it with the colors. Okay. Now, if you're actually going to make something, let's say you want to make a card, okay? So you have all this, pens, markers, inks, embellishments, buttons, ribbons, paper flowers, paper, what have you. So how can you actually determine what color would go best with what, right? Hi, Miss KM. Good evening po. Ayan, Miss KM is one person I admire when it comes to, combination of colors. Her work is always on point when it comes to colors. All right. So again, this color wheel from Canva can make your life easy. All right. How? Okay. Because you can simply, let's say, like for me, when I do my scrapbook layouts, my default is based on the photographs because I'm lazy, and it's the easiest way to actually come up with a color scheme that will match. Okay, I just simply look at my photo and then look at the colors that are primarily, evident on that photo, and those are the colors that I will play with. Okay, but since that's my default, after a while it gets boring, right? Because you want to, sometimes you want to do something outside of your comfort zone. But then if that is your default, so how do you actually find a color, and you're brave enough to find a color that you think can actually match? Okay, so with the use of a color wheel such as this one from Canva, what you can do is you choose a color more or less the same with maybe your desired output, or the color that, let's say, major paper color that you have, or a photo or whatever. Okay, that will be the basis of your work. So for example, I want to choose, okay, this blue. All right. You see, if I touch any part of the color wheel, so it will change. All right. So let's say I want this kind of blue. Okay. And then, so that's the color I want. Actually, it also has a code na. Okay. So if you want to put it, I think this is the CMYK code. Okay. And then, I want to use, complementary colors. Okay, so you can actually use blue and yellow. Okay, but what if, no, I want to make it monochromatic. Okay, so it tells you this shade and then this shade can go together if that is the color that you want to start with, or the hue that you want to start with. Okay, how about if I want to be, I want to do analogous. All right, so this color, and that color. Okay, so you just simply rummage through your stuff, your paper, your ink, what have you, and look for these three, and they would definitely be a good match. Okay, because you're gonna be following an analogous color scheme. Okay, if you wanna do triadic, okay, you wanna be brave. I wanna do triadic. All right, so this is what this is what they would show you. Okay, if you wanna do tetradic, okay, and then you have an option to export the palette. Okay, or if you're doing this on Canva, create a graphic. But then I think this, because since I'm using this and I'm not a pro user, okay, I don't know up to what extent I can actually use it for actual digital application. I think you need I need a pro. I think my daughter uses Canva. I don't use Canva. I'm old school still. I don't know how to use Canva, but they said it's pretty easy. I do know how to do Photoshop, but Canva, not yet. But they say it's easier. All right, so that's how nice this tool is. It's canva.com color wheel. So it's the easiest way, to find a great color scheme. Okay, just choose a color you want, and then just choose the kind of combination you want: complementary, monochromatic, triadic, what have you. All right, so let's switch back to my workspace. All right, so as you can see on my workspace, this is my color dish. Oops, it actually froze. Okay, I need help. Yeah. Yoo-hoo. Okay, hold on, guys. I need. So when this happens, I need to plug and unplug my camera. Okay, because it froze. You cannot see. It's like my color dish is frozen. Okay, so yung may A4. No. Yung may A4 tech lang, tanggal, tas pasok. Ito. Yan, sige. No. Yan. Okay. Remove, pasok ulit. All right, there you go. So now you can see it. We're back. Okay, so this is my color dish. Right? It's so nice, diba? So you have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. Alright, wala lang. Gusto ko lang ma-inspire. Kaya ginawa ko siya out of buttons. And then I got the Lego bricks of my son na pula. And then came up with this as an inspiration for tonight. Okay? One thing that you can also use to help you out is to come up with, color swatches like this. I think I saw Miss KM a few weeks ago. She posted something about a swatch for alcohol inks. Yes, because that's the easiest way for you to remember your favorite color combinations, or to determine, or to know, let's say if you have especially watercolor, it looks different, right, when it's on the pan, but when you actually put it on paper, the color may be different, right? So that's why you make swatches, and then you combine this color and this color. This is what it's gonna make, right? So that if you are actually working on something, you don't have to, so to speak, reinvent the wheel, but you just go through your swatches and look for, oh, I like this. I think I'm gonna do this today. I think I'm feeling purple today because of, what I'm wearing, right? So something like that. All right. So you can come up with color swatches such as this one. All right. So what I'm gonna be doing tonight. Okay, so the Crafty Sisters will be coming up with different color combinations that inspires them. Okay, another thing that you can actually okay, yes, the packaging usually doesn't present the true color of the medium. Yes, opo. Maski na hindi ako magaling mag-watercolor at mag-paint, from the so many classes that I've attended. Yes, ang dami ko na na-attendan, pero talagang hindi ako matuto. Alright. Talagang nakikita ko naman that talagang it's different. You know, when I look at it, oh, I thought it's gonna be like that. So I've ruined so many works because of yung akala ko same yung color. Right? So, making swatch, although it's tedious, is actually pretty important, especially for your inks and those who are actually using watercolors, and nowadays yung alcohol inks, which is actually very difficult to make a swatch. So I think Miss Kayam is coming up with a swatch. I don't know how, but you can get it. But probably she will announce on her page soon. And also, I think Nenet also has a swatch. So, for alcohol inks, anyways. All right. So, another way that you can actually, get inspired about color combinations are the things that you buy. All right. Like, for example, this is the only thing that's actually in front of me that I can, this giggles. I use, we all use, what do you call this? Wipes, baby wipes, right? Okay. So, look, okay, so since it's for babies, normally for babies or for kids, use basic primary colors, right? So this is actually inspired, okay, because we know by basic colors, primary colors, because we know that for kids, it's normally the colors that we choose for. So that when you see this product, you can immediately think na, oh, it's for a kid because primary colors, so something like that. So if you don't want to another way, come up with your own, study the color wheel or come up with your own swatch, that's another go-to way that you can find color inspiration. Okay, so again, the Crafty Sisters will be doing different takes on their different color combinations that they want. And I, on the other hand, will be doing oxide inks for tonight on tags. All right. So I'll be working on the different oxides. There's 63, I think, or 64 colors right now. I think 63. Yeah, 63 colors because I have all the colors. So, and I will try to come up with different combinations using the oxides. All right. So with that, I would like to call on my crafty sisters to actually come in so we can actually start crafting and creating. Okay, go sis.
Sige. Bago ko explain yung layout, ang naging tawag dito, naging inspiration ko dito sa color play is yung mga lagi naman na pag nag-aano ko ng inspiration, lagi akong sa paper anong tawag dito? Nagbe-base. So for this month, gustuhan ko tong paper pad ni Shumel. Pareho pa lang kanya to. So, ngayon ko lang napansin. So, yung color palette niya is medyo paano ko ba i-describe? Magulo na konti.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi ang daming pattern. And at the same time, medyo toned down yung colors niya. So, yun yung napili ko. So, ngayon kanina, di ba yung meron ako yung parang balloons. Kaya lang kasi, ang gamit ko na picture is black and white. So, first time ko talagang gumamit ever ng black and white. And very challenging siya. Kasi nga, kailangan lumitaw siya dun sa sa niya, base niya. So, ang kwento nitong picture na to is,
Hindi masyado
nangyari
kita.
to kahapon.
Ay, alam ko yan.
Oo, hindi siya talaga makita.
Oo.
Ano mo na?
Yeah,
Kasi
naalala ko
malabo
yung picture na yun.
Oo, malabo siya sa hindi siya ma-justify ng ng
Oo,
camera. Pero pag
correct.
tinignan mo siya personal, maano siya, malinaw siya ng konti. Oo. So, ang kwento ng picture is, nagising si Habi, tapos, tinawag niya ako. He wanted to hug. So, lumapit ako sa kanya. So, parang habang nakaganyan siya sa akin, parang nakaakbay siya,
Nakatulog ka na
nag-picture-picture
rin.
ako.
Akala ko
Oo,
nakatulog ka
tapos
na
hindi
rin.
naman ako nakatulog, pero parang papunta na doon. So, ang ginawa ko is, parang gusto ko siyang gamitin. Kaya lang kasi ang problema dun sa picture is madilim yung nakuha ko.
Mm-mm.
So, kung iaano ko siya, ipiprint ko siya ng kulay, parang, ah, anong tawag dito? Hindi siya lalabas na malinaw.
Mm-mm.
So, parang sobrang blurred or something. So, in-adjust ko siya sa Photoshop, tapos ginawa ko siyang black and white. Yun. And then, di ba sabi mo nga color play, so parang isip ko, paano ko siya gagamitin? Black and white siya, tapos iaano ko siya sa kulay. Tapos yun na nga, I decided na gamitin tong parang brick para lumutang siya. And
Mm.
alam mo nyo na, di ba, na most of mga supplies ko is galing lang din dun sa kit na
Ah.
ginawa ko and travel. Ang team niya is travel, pero ang pinaka niya, parang ang pinaka anong tawag dito? Travel yung ginamit ko ng mga supplies, pero ang team niya is home.
Mm.
Parang kahit saan ka pumunta, o ako, ang feeling ko na home for me is yung arms ni Happy. Parang ganun. Na
Grabe!
ganon. Oo.
1 million points.
Na ganon. Oo. So, nasa ibabaw, yung mga nasa ibabaw, ito, lapit. Puro yung mga yan, mga travel. Tapos, meron pa siyang yung geotags na malaki.
Mhm. Oh,
Tapos,
there, the
nilagyan ko nung
geotag. Finally, we know what it
oo.
is.
Tapos sa gilid, doon ko inilagay yung bahay. Parang naka-lean. Tapos
Mhm.
sa baba, ayan, pinasikat ko yung letter ng HO kasi sa ibang words to nakalagay, pati itong ME. So, pinagsama ko sila home, and then may nakita ako na ganito na 2x2, may nakalagay our happy place. And then, in-emphasize ko siya nung parang Polaroid na kasama ata last month. And then, nilagyan ko siya ng heart dito sa gilid. Ayan, natanggal. Ayan. Dikit lang nga. Tapos,
Mm-mm.
nilagyan ko ng we're here, love, and then stay happy. Tapos, ang pinaka yung parang pangtapos niya is yung sprinkle, which is yellow and then mint green.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
hindi ko napansin na may yellow pala ako dito and here. Pero
Oo.
sabi ko kasi parang lumutaw mas
Lumitaw.
lumitaw
Mm-mm.
yung kulay, yung picture. Kailangan may contrast siya na something na idodrone yung eyes mo dun sa buong picture. Ayun. Ganun. So, ayun siya.
Yay!
Thank you!
Oh, 'di ba? Hindi ka pa ano niyan. So,
Very
ano ang
good.
color, so ano naging color mo? Inspiration.
Ano siya? Mint. Tapos, blue. Mint,
Mm.
blue, and red.
Okay.
Di ba parang ang hirap di ba? Hindi mo ma-imagine na magko-combine sila.
Mm-mm.
Mint, green, blue, and
Mhm.
then red.
Blue, oo. Mint, green, blue, and red. Okay.
Kasi yung blue, navy blue. So, medyo papunta siya dun sa parang primary colors. Tapos mint. Mint green. So, parang siya dun, may ba ang layo niya. And then the red.
Oo. Pero hindi, parang pwede siya. Sandali ha. I-double check ko kung
Pwede
split.
siya.
Kasi magkatabi si mint, green, and blue eh. So, pwede yun eh. Pero yung red, yun yung medyo sa iba. Hindi ko alam kung Is it split complimentary? I'm not sure. Okay. Comment na lang, Miss Rams, kung
Pero it
tama.
works, di ba?
Yes, it does. In
Pero it works.
fairness. Oo, hindi lang natin alam ang tawag sa kanya. Alright, thank you, Trace. Okay, San, are
Thank
you
you.
ready?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, wait.
Bakit ako? Ako ang nakalagay
Okay ba?
bakit, kamusta ka naman, Susan? Okay
Ah,
naman. Teka lang iba ilalagay natin yung totoong Susan. Eto na si Susan. Okay, there you go. May mapagpanggap doon, San eh. Okay. Eko na.
okay.
Wait.
Kita ba?
Nakabaliktad ka. Hold on. Babaliktad ko lang yung camera mo. There you go. Okay.
Okay. I made a card for my son's birthday tomorrow.
Happy
Of course, last
birthday!
minute.
Happy
Thank you.
birthday!
Happy birthday!
Okay. And then, so ang ginamit ko na color, Color what? What's the
Inspiration.
term, Lala?
Sabi ko nga, color
Okay,
inspiration.
is for me kasi, my go-to color combinations for girls is usually uh, red, orange, yellow, and pink. Yun yung favorite color combination ko for girls. For boys, it's usually purple, green, and blue. So this one, I add purple. Parang ano lang, may
Oh, how did
highlights
you
lang.
achieve that background? What did you put?
The background, I used background dye. Ito.
Okay.
This
Kaya
one.
meron siyang, okay.
So, may pattern siya na it's subtle,
Oo.
but I love it.
Yeah, I love it. So, from the
So,
pattern, ano
ah,
ka, ink.
Yes. Inuna ko I embossed the pattern. I don't know if it's called embossing or cut. Hindi naman siya nakakat, so I get embossed.
Yeah,
Embossed na butas-butas.
Oo.
So, and then I colored it with distress oxides. I
Yes.
used so this is the
Analogous.
na
Yes.
analogous. I use the different shades of blue ng distress oxides plus peeled paint
Wow.
and
How many blues did
wilted
you play with, San? How many blues ang nandyan? I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, apat.
Mermaid Lagoon. The lightest was tumbled glass, and
Okay.
then peacock feathers, salty ocean, and mermaid lagoon.
Oh, so
And
munti ka
then
na.
the
So there's
green,
5.
isang green lang ito, peeled paint.
Wow.
Isang green, peeled paint, and
Oo.
wilted violet for the purple.
Yeah. The nice thing about how you
So
blended
there.
it, San, is I can still see the colors actually, no? Yun yung nice kay Oxide, 'di ba?
Yeah,
Nare-retain mo yung ano.
with
So
oxide, yes.
yes.
Oo.
So nakikita namin yung kagandahan ng iyong pagka-blend.
Actually,
Mismo.
they self-blended.
They so
Di
May
ba
ganon.
oxide?
Okay, oxides
We
blend
just
together.
Diba? And
Gusto
then,
ko yun.
I splattered gold acrylic paint. It's my favorite
Oh, the white?
way to background to make the background pop. And then sabi ni Ayien, gamitin ko daw ang gilding flakes. So
Alright.
I got this in Japan just before the pandemic.
Yes.
And
Nakakuha kami niyan.
hindi ko pa siya nagagamit masyado kasi I realized masyadong
Hindi ba yan yung binigay mo
iba-ibang
sa amin,
colors
San?
kasi eh.
Isn't that the one you gave to us also?
I'm not sure kung na-share ko ito.
Hindi ba yan yun? Oh, okay.
I'm
I
not
thought...
sure.
Hindi.
Parang
Not,
puno pa siya
no.
eh.
Oh, okay.
Punong-puno pa siya oh. So I don't know kung na-share ko ito but I got this kasi di ba yung last na, remember yung last ko na trip
Yeah.
namin to Japan.
Mm-mm.
So So, ano siya, anong tawag dito? Yung parang iba-ibang shades of, parang may greenish, aside from gold and copper, may greenish na tint, may purplish.
Ah, so parang ano siya,
So,
may mix
so,
siya. Parang theme, ano, something.
oh, mix met siya.
Oo.
What is it called? Cosmic Shimmer.
Oh, there
So,
you
yun.
go.
I used it. I did not like it very much, pero with the background, parang okay naman siya. And wait, ng lalaki. I
Yeah.
guess I won't use this for
Nice
girls.
naman.
Diba?
Yeah, it's very nice.
So,
Happy
plain and
birthday.
simple. Nilagyan ko lang siya ng gold na, I don't know what you call this, frame. Very slim frame.
Oo nga, parang ang hirap niya
Actually,
gamitin.
dapat square ito.
Hindi
Oo,
ba?
kailangan talaga
Rainbow.
i-train mo, i-shape mo ba yung ano.
'Di ba? Parang ang
Yung,
hirap may idikit pag nagkamali ka ng ano niya.
Kasi masyado siyang manipis, it stretches out of, na di-deform siya.
Exactly. So, 'di ba?
So,
How do you
you
make
just
it
have to,
stop?
siguro ano mo, ilagyan mo ng
No.
ganon, para mag-flatten siya back to its shape.
Ah, okay, I got it. Hanggang madikit.
Diba?
So, parang you don't let it go.
Oo.
'Di ba? Parang
Grabe,
kakanta
Actually, I
ka.
didn't do that.
Sabi ko na,
And then,
kakanta ka na
I
naman.
put the happy birthday. I'm
Alright,
thinking
the
pa
happy
kung
birthday.
lagyan ko ng age, ng 45.
Oh, 'di
Para
ba?
mapuno lang yung,
Oh, ang
Akala ko,
galing.
okay, akala ko lalagyan mo kandila, sis. Ang dami. Imagine mo
well,
yun.
kung bagal pa tayo at probably
Ano yung kandila
not
lala sa
knowing
ilalim
when
ng
to
ano,
stop.
happy birthday.
Di ba? Ang cute kaya nun. Bakit ba?
Parang
Alright,
masusunog naman yung happy birthday.
Okay, so malalagay yung 45
Ha?
sun dyan sa baba.
Maybe not.
Iniisip ko nga
Kasi
eh.
11 o'clock na bukas
Oo,
na birthday.
if there's a way sana, no, na yung 45 would be like on top of the happy birthday, pero makikita pa rin si happy birthday.
Pwede.
Pwede ba?
Oo, pwede.
No, as in like on top of. Alam mo yun, yung parang background. Di ba? Nakalutang si 45.
Coloran ko siya yung mix.
So, dapat
I
meron
wear it.
lang sigurong ibang color. I don't know. Gusto kitang pahirapan.
O kaya Miss Susan, bakit hindi mo lagyan ng acetate yun sa yan, tapos doon mo lagay yung 45?
Oh, para
Ah,
kunwari
Yung with
nakapatong.
Jennifer Maguire. Mm-mm.
Pwede doon
Di ba
sa
parang
ano,
nakapatong si 45 dun
square
sa
yan.
happy?
Oo.
Oo.
Yes.
Big
Okay.
brain!
Sige.
Big brain na mga sisters.
Thank you for the ideas.
Di ba? Oo.
Diba?
Kasi
Para
birthday
lang
eh.
sa
Importante yan, birthday. Oo. So, nandito ba
Okay,
sila?
and then,
Oh, meron pa.
yeah. My
Wait.
sons are here. My
Wait,
daughter
there's
Joy
more.
and-
Sabi niya ganyan. But
There's
wait,
more.
there's
It's
more.
not my card. It's my card now. Kasi it's my birthday on the 2nd.
Wow, nice.
Ooh,
Magkasunod
wait,
na
there's
anak ko.
more. Ay,
And
yes! Oo nga
this-
pala si ano to.
Made this for me.
Oo.
Ha?
Kay Miss Susan din.
Oo,
Susan made this for me. Susan M.
Oh, wow.
Kasi among us roommates, pag birthday mo, this Viber group, na pag natanggal ka sa Viber na yon, that means birthday mo na next. Magtutod kami ng birthday. Parang starting May. May is the start of our birthday season. So, may nagbe-birthday ng May, June, July, August, September.
Ala, sunod-sunod. Oo.
So, sunod-sunod. So, yun. So, Susan made this for me.
Oh,
Ang iba-
sweet.
Some of these were that's I sent her yung first time nga nag-join. And then some siya na gumawa. This
Galing.
one, the butterflies.
So, it's an...
Pati to happy birthday, I sent that to her.
Mm-mm.
So, this is Susan's output.
Oo, so we should be celebrating pala this Saturday. Tama ba? July 1, 2... Oh,
It's Friday actually.
yeah, post-birthday na pala yung Saturday.
Kailan ang birthday ni
Saturday,
Miss Susan?
post-birthday
2.
ko na yan.
So it's on
July
Friday.
2. Oh,
Oh, we
fasting.
have a special on Friday, 'di ba? May stream ako. So definitely we will have a surprise for Crafty Friend Susan. Oo. I'll give you paper.
It's your birthday
Yung
on
stationery
You
na
need a
panay
million
na.
more paper. No. Of course.
Ayun, ikaw.
Thank you, son. Thank you, Miss Susan M. Oh, advance happy birthday to Crafty Sister
May
Susan.
double-sided. May double-sided naman
Thank
na
you.
Alright. Thanks for coming in, ha. Maski malapit na ang birthday. We should have a
Jesus.
surprise. A surprise na alam mo na. Okay. Yun ang bagong peg ngayon. Alam mo na ang surprise. Alright.
Tapos magpe-pretend ka na hindi mo alam.
Hindi mo alam, ha? Kailangan pag binigyan kita ng paper, son, ha? Magugulat ka. Oh, my paper!
Surprise.
Oh, paper! Oh, more washes! Di ba gano'n? Alright, kidding aside, happy birthday, son. Alright, sis Ayien.
Thank you.
Ay, nako.
Nagtatry akong gumawa habang nagwe-wait ako eh. Yung yung Copic. Yan, nakagawa ako ng isa.
Okay.
Ang tawag dito, monochromatic ba tawag dito?
Yeah. Hoy, ang taray. Okay, and then?
Oo. Hindi. Anyway, kasi hindi ko siya natapos. Hindi naman talaga yung ginagawa ko habang naghihintay lang. So, first, itong aking unang ginawa. So, I have here layering dice from Altenue.
Mhm.
Then again, this one is from Miss Lala. Tapos, ito yung mga nagawa ko from my stash. So, there are four shades to make this color. And also, this type of rose. Rose ba to? Or basta flower. Anyway,
I think
anong
rose.
tawag doon? Anong tawag doon sa ano na yun? Sa color combos na yun.
Hindi ko din alam.
Okay.
Wait. Yan. Oo, anong ginamit mong combination? Okay, is that
Grabe, nagsusumigaw ang
ang alin?
bulaklak.
Oo, wag ka mag-alala, may ganyan din ako mamaya.
Oo, nagsusumigaw. As
Oo.
in,
Orange
may
and
layer
purple
siya.
actually. Okay.
There. So, ang base ko is
Magkatabi sila.
Altenue din na
Oo, analogous. Magkatabi
analogous.
sila. Oo.
Okay. Sige. So, again, ang Altenue. Ang base ko, I use Altenue planks. So, in-emboss ko siya.
Oo.
And then, hinayaan ko lang siya ng white. Pero, sa tingin ko, mas maganda kung medyo lalagyan ko siya ng stain of Novo. Ang tawag ito? Yung Novo na na aqua shimmer.
Ang ganda talaga
Yan.
ng
So,
drops
gold.
na yan.
I think gold yata to or copper ba? Hindi ko alam yung tawag. Blush rosette. Yan. So, siguro sana makita. Nag-glitter siya. Yan. Tapos, nilagyan ko siya ng Studio Katsa na drops again.
Yeah, I love that
And
Studio
additional
Katsa.
Altenue na dice. Oo nga, wala na kasi yun eh. So, itong, yung aking, mahiwagang leaves ko. Ang dami ko na, parang mauubos na siya. Buti naman. So, ginamit ko yung parchment paper. Nag-color lang ako ng Altenue na watercolor. So, ayan yon parchment paper. So, gusto ko yung medyo umaangat-angat siya. Yan, nagpa-fly-fly. Kaya ganyan siya. So,
Parchment
tatlong
yan?
kulay siya. Parchment paper
Parchment?
siya na hinulayan ko ng watercolor.
Pero dinay mo.
Yan. Ha?
Nakaday.
Hinulayan ko nga siya ng watercolor ng Altenue.
Ang ganda. Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Yan. Tapos, yung hello na sentiment, this one is from Miss Lala's file from Quikat. So, ginawa ko siyang tatlong
Aray
layer
ko.
para makapal siya. Yan, nilagyan ko siya ng hello. So, yun yung aking first. Ang second ko, ito na yung medyo nag-struggle ako kasi nahawakan ko yung glossy accent niya. So, supposedly, dapat pare-pareho lang siya na ganito yung color niya. So, ayan, naging tuloy, masyado siyang ma-arts.
Masyadong
Anyway,
ma-arts.
my base, oo. Anyway, my base card here is a combination of 4 different types of distress oxides. So, ito yung meron siyang salty ocean, meron siyang yung mousse,
Mhm.
meron siyang citron, ano yun? Citron something?
Wilted.
Twisted
Ay,
citron.
hindi. Oo.
Tapos, what's the name again of the, ay,
Sige,
matandaan.
kaya mo yan.
Ah,
Oo, kasi mahirap pag yung natapos
ay,
mo na.
Monlon?
Modlon.
Oh, yun, yun.
Mm.
There. So,
Mode.
yun yung
Lon.
color niya.
Oo, so yung parang
There. Oo, ang aking
mino.
ang aking Altenew embossing folder is the one that Miss Nenet gave to me today, nahabol niya. So, gumamit ako ng dancing peacock. So, yan yung itsura ng dancing peacock. Again,
Wow.
nagkaroon ako ng ng touch of something kaloka sa ko sa aking
Touch of
glossy
something
accent.
kaloka.
So nasira ko siya. So hindi ko alam ang gagawin ko. Nung pangalawa, nilagyan ko siya ng embossing folder. Pero hindi niya kinaya. Kaya ang ginawa ko, nag-emboss ako ulit ng gold na feather na
Ganda.
yan, emboss folder. Tapos
Mhm.
kinat ko lang yung pattern na gusto kong takpan kasi ito nga yung nagkaroon ng mali. Sabi naman nila happy mistakes daw. So, okay.
Yes.
Given.
Ano yan? Feather?
Tapos,
Feather? Tama ba rinig ko?
yes, feather. Peacock siya
Mm-mm.
na feather.
Oh.
Embossing
Dancing
folder,
feather ang
no?
tawag dito
Nice.
sa Altenew. Tapos nilagyan ko siya ng Studio Katsa again na drops.
Grabe, ang
Dinagdagan ko
ganda
lang
talaga ng
siya.
Studio Katsa.
Opo, maganda talaga siya.
Oo.
Tapos, yung mga portion niya, naglagay ako ng
Caramel.
gold na
Mm-mm.
gilding polish. Yung portion lang. So,
Mm-mm.
kung makikita nyo, yan. Touch of gold sa area. Yan. Tapos, I added a sentiment. This one is new also. Nakadadating lang. Yan yung big die. Yan. Yung favorite ni Miss Lala to eh.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love it.
favorite ko na din. Kasi ang ganda. Ang ganda talaga siya, promise.
Exactly.
Yan. So, yung aking second na card. So, nakikita nyo naman yung color combos niya, diba? There. So, that's it. Then, the last one, eto makalat lang talaga to. Makalat lang siya. So, I used again, Altenew siya na stencil, no? In-stencilan ko siya ng salted ocean. Tapos, sa mga gilid, and then I added 2 types of blue. Kaya lang medyo greenish siya eh. Bakit ba nalilimutan ko? Kabisado ko siya eh.
I love it.
What's
Alam
wrong
mo,
with
ang
me?
ganda niyan.
I'm hungry.
Super
I'm
love.
hungry.
Love
Yeah.
that
Oh, eto.
stained glass.
Broken china. I use the broken china and the tumbled glass.
Uh-uh.
But I don't like the shade. Medyo lumalabas yung pagka greenish niya.
Oh,
Greenish yellowish niya.
hindi naman. Mukha talagang
Pero
stained
anyway,
glass. Ganyan ang stained glass.
oo, pero
Mm-mm.
pero anyway, okay lang siya kasi gusto ko din yung effect niya dahil
Mm-mm.
naisip ko na gusto ko mag-sprint ng water. So I think na may ibang lalabas.
Mm-mm.
So what I did, naglagay ako ng faded jeans doon sa sa part ng may tumble glass tsaka broken china. And then, after that, nag-sprint ako ng water, pero hindi ako na-satisfied sa water. So, I added another sprint, pero this one, I used yellow color na sprint.
Okay,
So, ganyan yung naging itsura niya. And then, nakita ko kasi para siyang, matte ang color. So, parang feeling ko, siya, dead ang color sa akin. So, I added a glitter crystal blue color. So, yung may portion lang siya na nilagyan ko siya ng, ng glitter, hindi lahat. And then, I added an alternate again, the stamp. I embossed it kasi wala akong die, crystal frame ang tawag sa kanya. Wala akong die, no. So ang ginawa ko, what I did, nilinisan ko muna siya ng ng anti-static powder kasi the first I made, medyo messy siya. Ayoko nang madumi. Ayoko na madumi. So inulit ko siya. Ang ginawa ko muna, yung friend, what would I do without you? Yan muna yung inuna ko. So, ginamit ko yung Versamark. And then, I use an embossing powder, which is, I think it's copper. And then, after that, tsaka ako nag-stamp ng Versamark again for the frame. And then, I added, embossing powder na gold. So, yan na yung itsura niya. Tapos, nilagyan ko lang siya ng foam tapes para magkaroon siya ng added dimension. So, yun lang po. Thank you. Thank you,
Yahoo! Thank you so much, sisters. Awesome, awesome work. Again, 'di ba, walang preparation. 'Di ba? Whatever na lang ang ma-inspire sila kanina to actually come up with something. Okay, so my turn ang kalat. Okay. So, teka lang po, i-zoom in natin kung kaya pang i-zoom in o naka-super zoom na ako. Super na po yan. So, I think ako na yung kailangang okay, mag-adjust. Alright. There you go. Ang kalat. So, itago ang mga kalat. Alright. So, for me naman po, as I said, I wanted to use as an inspiration for the purpose of ease. I use distress oxides because it's easy to blend and they have a whole range of awesome colors. Okay. So, I decided to actually come up with several tags for it. So, I used the die cut na die ni actually, I die cut these tags from the die ni Tim Holtz na tags. Okay, and then prior to the show, I already chose the colors I wanted and blended them already. Kaya po yung kamay ko, okay, may mga stains pa din. Okay, so let's start with this one. Okay, so this one basically everything, as I said, I prepared prior to coming in. So kanina. Okay, so this one I used a triadic color scheme. Okay, so if you have your color wheel, so it's this part and then bilang kayo 1, 2, 3 on the fourth. Ito yon, right? And then 1, 2, 3, 4 and then ito naman siya. Okay, so triadic. So after kumbaga a certain number of, let's say if after 2 or after 3 colors, basta palaging after 3, after 3, after 4, after 4 and then so kung tatlo siya, triadic siya. So kung apat siya, iba naman din. Okay, so the 4 naman siya. Okay, so that's what I did with this and I just stamp with get well soon and then heat emboss. Okay, most of the stamps I used came from Altenew stamps. Iba-iba po, no? So, let me see if I can bring them out so you can see. So, from this, some I took from Tall Foliage, some from Get Well Soon, some of the tags, no, I didn't use this. Okay, this one, Beautiful. Okay, the beautiful one. And then some from Friends Forever, and some from, yeah, I think that's it. I didn't get from any of these two. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so those 4. And then some from Team Holt's stamps na. Okay? So ito Altenyo yan. Okay? And then as I said, I mentioned kanina, finally I am able to use this, they're as old as my daughter, almost 2 decades old, na mga Prima flowers. In fairness to Prima, okay, they're still very vibrant and okay. Hindi naman sila naaagnas. Alright, and then this brads, colored brads, okay, so on the flowers, so yung purple, yung yellow, medyo golden, yan, o copper. So, and then this one, the leaves are actually coincides with this one, the one in the middle. This is actually a layering leaf from Altenyo layering die. Okay, so that's one. Okay, so this one is again triadic. Okay, so this one I used spiced marmalade, twisted citron, and seedless preserves. Okay, and I just added coordinated flowers, again Prima flowers, because I said I have so many of them in all various colors and shapes and form ng bulaklak. Okay, so I'm starting to try and use them. Okay, and then I just added the sentiment, sending hugs, and happy thoughts. Okay, so this is one of the tags that I want to give to Miss Joy. Okay, kulang pa to. As I said, kasi wala nang time, so I want to add some more, I want to whisk some paint onto here and then add some more embellish. Okay, and then this is again, I don't have my ribbons here. The only ribbons I have are like 7 of them, so I'm pilit yung mga ribbons, so I have to fix these ribbons. Okay, so these are Altenyo layering dies, Monstera plant with a pot. Okay, I just added this parang jute na string. Okay, and then it says, a day without a friend is like a pot without a single drop of honey inside, from Winnie the Pooh. All right, as I said, a suggestion is that when you use if you want to heat emboss your my daughter is telling me something. Okay. So, when you want to heat emboss a sentiment, make sure that the powder you use are the super fine, especially if it's as small as this one, or as if you have intricate designs. Otherwise, you won't be able to read them. Okay, so I used a super fine copper on that one. This one's silver. Okay, so your friendship is a gift, generously given, happily accepted, and deeply appreciated. So I want to dedicate this tag to all my crafty friends here tonight. Okay, so this one is a combination of squeezed lemonade, mustard seed, and maud lawn. All right. Okay, next one. I admire your kindness. Okay, so this actually is a very simple, okay, primary colors. So red, yellow, and blue. Okay, so this is basically the same flower layering die that Sis Ayien showed kanina. Okay, and then I just stamped and heat embossed I admire kindness. All right, the next one. Okay, stamped is that's you. Wish you the most beautiful day. All right, so I just added flowers that complement the color scheme. So this one is all primary colors again, red, yellow, and blue, but I use barn door, mustard seed, and blueprint sketch. Okay, next one. So I don't have a ribbon that really coincides with this. So again, this is an example of, as I said, I rarely use complementary because I find it hard to actually combine them, especially if it's with blending, nagiging mud for me most of the time. Okay, so this is Mermaid Lagoon and Persimmon. Okay, and so yung blooper ko dun sa where they should meet and blend didn't really blend well, so I covered it with this layering flowers from Altenyo. Okay, and then another one that I don't have ribbons for. Okay, again, this is fossilized amber, dried marigold, chipped sapphire, and peacock feathers. See, my own handwriting, I can't read. Peacock feathers. And this is another layering die set from Altenyo. Okay? And then the sentiment says, sending some honey and lemon love your way. See, it's very simple, yet I really like this one. Okay, and then these two tags I want to dedicate to my streamer friends. Okay, so I don't have any dedicated tag for Crafty Friend Susan for tonight because I'm gonna make one something super special for her to also make amends for making taray to her several years ago. Sorry, son. All right. So the first tag, what you think you become, what you feel you attract, what you imagine you create. And then there's coffee. Like the anatomy of coffee. That's how, mga coffee drinkers are, I think. They know everything and anything about their coffee. So this is for John Ryan from Coffee Talk and Tech because he really likes coffee. All right. And then this one is for another dear streamer friend, Sammy. Okay, because it says if you can dream it, you can do it. Because although this man is such a young man, he's only like 17 or 18, but he has accomplished so much. So that's why I want to tell you, Sammy, that if you can dream it, you can do it. So just continue what you're doing. You're doing a great job. All right, and so with that, I would like to call in my dear crafty friends back. All right, again, we'd like to greet happy birthday, Susan! Woo! All right. Oh, di ba mag-happy birthday daw tayo? Okay, are we gonna sing happy birthday, Susan? I don't have a happy birthday song. Okay, but all together now. Bakit si Ayien nakabaliktad? Ayien! Nahihilo ka na ba dyan? Are you okay? You're upside down. Oh no, bakit naka-upside down si Ayien? Ayaw matanggal. There you go. Okay ka na. Oh, hinga. Alright. Okay, so sige, mag-greet muna tayo ng happy birthday kay Susan. Maski wala tayong special card for Susan yet. Okay, to follow. Okay. Sige, sis Ayien first. Naku, baliktad na naman. Ano ba yan? Hindi na kita niloloko, no? O sige, greet mo muna si Susan, sis. Wala ka ding audio. Ano ba?
Ay, audio.
Ano ba yan? Kanina pa ako katang-kanta.
Oh, ayan.
Happy birthday, Miss Susan.
Oh, diba? Is that your
Nagawa
greeting?
ko ng pa-birthday ko sa'yo.
Oh, diba? So, coming soon. Alright, thank you, Ayien. How about Tracy? Happy birthday for
Happy
Miss...
birthday, Miss Susan! Ano po, wish ko lang sa inyo is good health and more happiness with Sir Jobert.
Yee! Alright. And of course, go back to me. Alright. So, of course, son, you've been such a blessing. Sabi nga, this is something like, what the Lord says. If the enemy wants to use for bad, the Lord can turn into good. And I think that's basically what happened to us, right? We didn't start off, on the right footing. We thought, it was the opposite, but then the Lord had turned it into something really awesome. And I'm so grateful for the friendship, son. Although hindi pa ganun kahaba ang ating pinagsamahan, but when it comes to, not just crafting, I know you have my back. And I hope I can do the same thing for you any which way we can. We love you, son. Happy birthday! And we'll celebrate with you on the 2nd. We'll have something special for you. All right. And so, with that, siguro lang mas
More
maganda.
happy birthdays to
Oo, kung ako
Love
ay
you,
nandun sa
Susan.
camera. Okay. At siguro lang kung malaki-laki ako, di ba? Alright, hold on kasi si Miss Susan nag-overtake dun sa ating... Okay, and with that, okay, everybody, let's say good night. Bye! Happy birthday, dear Susan. Love you. Mwah!
God bless you.
God bless you.
God
Bye!
bless.